So we're going to be using the elimination method to solve for the values of P and Q. So we're going to look in the equation to see if there's an easy variable to solve for. And if I look at this P, there's a 7 here, and there's no 7 here in this second equation. So I'm going to label the equations equation 1 and equation 2. Right? For an easy variable, the coefficients must be the same. So this is 7 and the coefficient on this P is 1. So let's look at Q. In equation 1, the coefficient on Q is 3. And in equation 2, the coefficient on Q is 2. So they're not the same. They're different. So this equation or this system of equations don't have any easy variables, so to speak. So we're going to have to do some algebraic manipulation. So let's say I'm going to select the variable Q to eliminate. So I'd have to look at it and say, okay, this is a 3 and this is a 2. The easiest thing for me to do is to multiply this equation by 2 and to multiply this equation by 3. Do you see what I did there? So I pretty much use this number to multiply all of this equation and use this number to multiply all of this equation. Notice 2 and 2 there and 3 and 3 here. So I'm going to multiply it out and show you what this does. Good. So I'm going to say 2 by the 7p, that should give us 14p. Then I'm also going to say 2 by this negative 3q, and give us negative 6q, right? Equal. And this 2 by this 26, that's supposed to give us 52. Right? Good. So I'm going to do the same with this one now. 3 by p, that's supposed to give me 3p. And I'm going to have this 3 by this positive 2q, and that's going to give me plus 6q. Equal. I'm going to do this 3 by this 11, and that's going to give me 33. Awesome. Now, do you see an easy variable to eliminate? Let's look at this P. P has 14 here, P has 3, so it's not going to be P. We had targeted Q. Look, Q has this 6 and Q has this 6. Great. So we can do the steps that we would have done in the previous video to solve this equation. Let's go. Seeing that the coefficients on Q are the same, which is the 6 and the 6, but notice that the signs are different. Once the signs are different, the rule states that we're going to add. So I'm going to do this. Good. So I'm going to distribute this positive sign inside this bracket. So positive and positive will give us a positive 3p. Positive with this positive 6q will give us that plus 6q. Remember the equal sign. And this positive with this 33 is going to give us a positive 33. And remember, we're just going to pull back down this equation now. We're going to have 14p minus 6q is equal to 52. Then I'm going to draw my line, and then we're going to add vertically. So 14 p's plus 3 more p's will give us 17 p's. Good. I owed somebody 6 q's and I paid them the 6 q's, so this is eliminated. 0. And now I have 52 plus 33. 2 and 3 are going to give us 5. 5 and 3 is going to give us 8. So that's 85. So I now need to divide both sides by 17 to get p on its own. So this cancels, leaving with just p, and p is equal to 85 divided by 17. So 85 divided by 17 will give us 5. Put in a calculator and you'll get 5. Great. So now we can continue with the other steps that we had from before. So we're going to write, whoops, I'm going to say since P is equal to 5, substitute P equal 5 into any equation. And I'm going to select the easy equation that I don't have to do much work with, and that looks like equation 2. So I'm going to say since P is equal to 5, substitute P equal 5 into equation 2. So I'm going to start off with equation 2. So it says P plus 2Q is equal to 11. And remember, substitute means to take out and replace. So I'm going to take out P and replace it with 5. So I'm going to put 5 right here. So it becomes 5 plus 2Q is equal to 11. And I need to get Q on its own. So I'm going to carry across this 5. And if I change its position, I'm going to use its opposite. It was a positive 5 on the left, so it now becomes a minus 5 on the right. So I'm going to have 2Q is equal to 11 minus 5. 11 minus 5 works out to be 6. So 2Q is equal to 6. Q is not by itself. To get Q by itself, we must divide both sides by 2. So Q is going to be equal to 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So to clean it all up, we're going to say, okay, therefore, P is equal to 5 and Q is equal to 3. And you don't know, so we are bright people, so I have to check to make sure so I answer right. So we're going to come all the way back up here. And we're going to substitute the values that we just got. So we said P was 5, so I'm going to put 5 right here in brackets. Oops. And we had said that Q was 3. I'm going to put 3 right here in brackets. Boy. 3. I hope you can see that. Alright. So 7 times 5, that's 35. And I'm going to subtract now 3 times 3, which is 9. When I work that out, I end up getting 26. So 26 on this left is equal to 26 on that right. So we know that the answer is correct. Let's work it out here. P was supposed to be 5. And Q is supposed to be 3. Good. So P was 5, so we're going to have 5 plus 2 times 3, which will give us 6. And 5 plus 6 is 11. And when you look, 11. So we know that P being equal to 5 and Q being equal to 3 is correct.